Okay. I tell for Mamunina Kwababa Afro City Extra hot in the evening. And a shame will have any Miamunia Kwasi Mensah, brother from another mother. In your yard, taco be groom, papa. You hear any muselo ya 10 crying about the kind sour. And he goes soon attempts to be chassis, but and you see how hard they were kind of say, or mine a chitre. Or mine a chitre, or mine share nipa nsa sɛ politicians sɛ technocrats sɛ ɔmo mboa ma ɔmo easy nneɛma for yɛn citizens no na question a na mibusa ne sɛ sɛ yɛde ɔman no hyɛ politicians a anaa technocrats for nsa na yɛ outcome a yɛ expect no yɛnya a kwan bɛ ne yɛfa so a yɛma ɔmo hu sɛ yɛn nsa nka na deɛ ɔmo yɛ n'ani gye ho anaasɛ n'ani gye ho the reason ma meka wei ne sɛ recently, so we follow a lot of comment sessions, a lot of social issues and social cultural issues I happen to have. Because one had the best of Kokono. Because it's like we are not being realistic. As someone a far and puntu home, a far you to home, a far a Juma sem home, a far a dear bemo manner tumpon. Yeah, in the politics to the extent to say in this year. The comment is different.
Yeah.
Say MPP, the comment is different. And it's always, we hear comment, and I will say, there's no one that say a politician take care for granted.
That's unattended.
I was then an American one.
Okay.
Aha. It's me, I did my observe recently. I mean, it could be said, okay, or hold that, but set aside, or see a society, na your teacher or mine.
Nice, yes, and this assembly.
Let's be objective. Objectivity is very important. See, I just had na. It said the Trump or America na.
And I didn't have Ghana.
Well, it be ye. But you said they be what Trump here and can list one the Republicans wait to catch and say, Papa, wait we in the say and kabede a bebwa. But virtue of say politics and I say political difference of winting.
Yeah.
Was piano. But the banswa a kind. So Iran Israel war, be a fuel price at the end of the day, they can't be a sounds no my still Ghana. Hey, Sadi be ba air coso. They NDC nenya. For my view, we a political who belong to that political party who belong you. Just be objective and say, this time round, you got it wrong.
And then next year, Mawakasa.
Next year, Mamma Kasa and say, I observe a lot of social issues at air coso. Sometimes I did be happen. Na a topic and Kafu said this topic they need to say any political. We will have a catch or say NDC trans be to say recently there was someone complaining about agenda 111. Because this will be a yare, not any of these teaching hospitals. Now you catch us a bed in Niho. Inti Yenjino. This no. And easy. Over free ambulance. Ambulance I said any bad because of ambulance and drain the Juma Huntino. Over catch us what secure bed will be up a within the corner. Yes, our own back. And yes, I can I bizu. Can't see you.
Baba Jonathan, how
or the neighbor at the end of the day. Now here agenda 111 status I do say compared to some hospitals be I run it that cry and many baby.
Yeah.
No, better can say Morgan and much in mean be a hospital.
Yeah.
Now be comment session. We be catch us say I don't MPP be.
Yeah.
Who are MPP woman this room?
Well, I think I get you now. So Hona Kafa de
Hona me Kafa.
How do you say we essential services be say agenda 111 na hospital every boy na omudi politics na ho hadwe. Bit zenka mevan say party fufuro na o the MPP na ko MPP o no komo ye out through theft. E na mo anwi bi omoje plot no je ho but o man tumi anye theft no na floor na ma theft na me da so. Now we say enyamo na mo chance into Jawa and say why politics here because astrotef no people for na kwakobo so bo omo ye wie pa
youth
yenya people ni this need CPP for what you na na be use
it's so
sad. But other there are some man na me bi ho a and dey enya dey but e ka goro no because MPP for buy so na and this boy projects bi a omo so hwe omo ye bi ba omo ja dodo na so gunguro
omo ja bi go
sanity.
But me check e-blogger.
Yeah.
For me, I think it was almost done. My name say e-blog be will run here.
Me too. I don't know.
I don't know of any e-blog.
I don't know, but
I stand to be corrected. But
yeah.
As at now, no, because budget in a baby, I mean, e-blog. Budget are NDC, I be reading, you know. So long as mean e-blog,
the hospitals na minim so we winning na no scratch NDC MPP tried say
yes.
At least for us in Ashanti region I think about 4 or 5 of the hospitals were completed and actually functioning. They have been functioning for about 2, 3, 4 years now.
Nti eno no chese mobile no at least they were being in a way no I didn't know why or the nsa akoka a bed benefit the citizens. So why say obeka say the room now comment sessions what catch say I didn't know pa man.
Well, so comment session you quite new.
When you read the comment section, it's not like people back home building their account.
Oh yeah,
it's like obe hwe nipa now we are Utah ope duma say and saying almost omo this recruitment for NMC for nursing for almost omo ne batches omo be no when it's available you pick. Nurses for nanka say complain said that is not the way to do it because a system of my over all these years and one aboa we are you wait for your 10 and then you go. Now we call comment sessions to we catch us say mupa kamoto my MP. How?
Yeah, because sometimes I know why I did be word me ba a new thing ever. Say and I'm say the mind is comfortable what is familiar with no. I did be a nipa head and you're familiar with be sometimes they put some resistance. Oh no, so bekaya tin tomatoes ever for say na yo yene ma me ne na nanom panifo bi a onya akoda nti o cho say sa ne ma fo ne ma no chantos dos na ma no me ngoto bi me meaning say wo ko no fresh tomatoes nko today me hu fi a omonyu tin tomatoes magi grab magi ba na tsemo so bekaya they be as a white
and that's all
and no grad so and say your mommy phobia or no doing say just a when then on for being canon that because when mother grow or the end that one so sometimes when you are introducing something new to Adrian to me a protest social media about change on chess Facebook rise about 2007 2008 if you were by some few years now 20 years. Twitter ne the aka nyina ba.
But I could say as me can say that social media page. So I think it's a mentality. Because I didn't attach him or yes, commenting has got nothing to do with social media.
But I don't what that. It's what that no. Say to aba na MPP and I say this na wa ban mu a. Na wonye the party na wa ban mu nipa. Yenim say if I say this wa ban mu. Yenim say we MPP ni. Na gina bonte me ka say light ni bo na ni do a. But you so between me reply say mo moto ho no na ebona ni say de ebona ni e no be ko no to makwa no to.
No you say the reason here my be change your mind say na ebona ni ti dey change your
Oh no.
Really?
Debbie.
Any to aba.
Hisam dia.
Oh,
I say. Hisam na odi adi na obi ti Ghana ha. Opese Barcelona you lose to Manchester. But I say Barcelona win here. E dey no wo nya free mu. Barcelona lose a e dey no nya free mu. But hisam ti otometo sukra bet.
Okay.
And then the odi di wo mechanized ones na online no. There be one new antem chinye no o ka say no moto bet. And no crack to me talk about first no say ball hunti. Go for be akwa prepare mo. Won't be that. Esu ban e wo hoda dada. Ye wa ICA. Enyontofo mpo. So ahwe enyontofo a. Why you see near mind do never be why no follow. Follow Shatawale ne sa akode any Samini any Stone Boy any Sankrofo no black omo no fans ho tokwa bi omo kokoko social media. You see for some reason Shatane yere. And on shed down so cry head down worry kuntan say Shatane ya you fro na when ya misses or the chi even though no about na pay. Stone Boy legally registered wife or no educated or Stone Boy jobs be sometimes ordinary customer. One more Shatta fans in a fun person. Because only the Satanere. Because I other than Chatter, didn't have the other way a penny petro, young but it happens. Stone small be Shatta small be but one more grassy honor, a fat and any person, I 153 replies. That is between 2 or 3 people. Or we reply no back to back for about 1 week until the matter and the client died down. Now it be a new sensation. In this viral information age era, almost everything be no first is a casa monte ya. Se nipa na mo mu a obedi na wotwe na wonte be ne ye cry nkoma na me difa na bi hu aka se menti wa within a moment no wanya de ba bia nkomo nyina ampa be so no man tuka na se man tu milika me hia me so be bia meti na be go so na me so meka. We have had this phone behavior man ya opportunity a ese man ka meka no me dem meka no madwaye me jare me mpaso me kaemu ana nsodwase ana damiase ana stadium no ene mitumi eka eto phone so a ba bia wo bia obeti. That is why we are beginning to see as if and so bia no ya yet ya dada nyo bia no ya dada wo dress cry to make say we shoe are not said the bomlik won't ya bomlik shoe da ono wo kan so no oshabongo a wa sharp was abongo no be say 1 year ni a woni pa wo furu bia kan ho but ono so wo shoe na no ya fiafia na wo shawro chef from kra no ano ya bomlik. We have to get used to it. Unless it be a we can be.
Yeah, because I get your point. But the me can say for social vice near there a beboa say the development of especially the youth are both NDC and NPP. I take this man for granted in terms of here also with what I have to say is say for our political lenses and to change and be objective to and someone a beboa one kasa a canco because unemployment rate was running because of this political ideology. Say me NPP name me NDC. I think so. Let's get back to our topic of the day. First of all, I don't know. I think say LGBT. I can't. I mean, so we become family there.
No, never not say
government relief on fuels.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's a form of subsidy or more taxes because apart from one city, they'll check a build up of the taxes and I mean significant
over 425 27 Ghana pesos.
Yeah.
It was about 4 cities of taxes
of
on
taxes.
every liter of oil.
Yeah, but the rest no I'm just we
one city from about 3 cities will still remain.
Okay, let's see how the Umbe frame. And then we still have for now they say National Road Commission for an Zombi authority. Almost say Boxy omo akoye research bi say Boxy you find your commercial then the movie capa because you find your commercial. I don't get it. Okay, you digress. And then what else? Any other matters be and you can pick any of the topics.
Well, you free more asofo ya so my disappointed in Hama. Afedi ba ko kra de oba no abeka say eno anopa na tinso ko TV. Dr.
Lawrence Tete.
Reverend Dr. Lawrence Tete. Yeah, na bojo say unum say wadro say why dey you know.
Or time on bojo say
I tell you. Or time on na bojo say
yeah.
I say na dwene angaza.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, me I'm telling you. For now, there's always a school na wakwa wie. Ukwu wie na nya sika na bi wie. Na wo mampanyi number wo phone so wo man ya wutimu no ye bu ya namu gidie ni
WhatsApp group na.
Oh, WhatsApp group no pa also or personal contact of the president. Okay. Yeah, and that's his own testimony.
Okay.
Ne baby a wo hwa society I live it na do na. Opa no working kan bi o. Ntisi a de adaje wo bia no. Say ono an be you say obi na yima no na bojo say dey ultimate attention.
Yeah, that one I can agree with you. So
or adaje sin na dwene. Wo hwe nkoma okodi no GBC, GTV breakfast show. So this time we adopt a higher moral ground. Or appeal to the conscience for the first time. I think I saw for who just say gay for no and as a gay issue no, we can approach it from a position of conscience.
Yeah, because me tie no, mami busa we. Me tie Dr. Lawrence no. I was like, "Oh, you advocate for LGBT and that's what you're against."
We
were literally, he was saying, nipa.
Yeah, they also love you.
It's literally the ideology of the Democrats in America. And I'm questioning other videos. Also, they say trend going say a few moments later. A few moments later.
Exactly.
So I watched that.
Yeah.
Now all insinuating, and then literally insulting other
clergy.
No. Nana Akufo-Addo was a politician.
Yeah.
You don't know or developer thick skin for insult. And like on one kind of Kasani colleagues, literally insulting them. Say
the
nonsense must stop because kasa enough about LGBT.
Yeah.
And people say, is he the same man talking?
Everybody asks the same question.
Because when he made the assertion, say, though I am pro friend say, I don't even care. I don't want to use pro LGBT or because it's not something that I'm interested in. It's like literally me finish say, you don't even have to be discussing it for all this while. Because the more I would discuss about it, the more then you get to travel more. Then get out of curiosity. People picks and then they number be but me tell me and I'm saying, this man is not different from Biden in terms of the ideology on LGBT. Because almost see the boy.
It's true.
Allow them to live their life. May I treat you bad? May I accept you? Literally, that's what a doctor said.
Yeah, but
do you get something different from what how I mean when it's
oh, just I know okay. So I know how to say for the first time I feel walking and some LGBT.
Because changing the kakra.
Oh, so wait a minute.
I want to say she casa no for casa no. Because for the first time when we make sense.
Yeah. Oh, baby, what granny about the tree.
But I was a country casa say a friend who can answer.
Means I know. The moment was sure. But say for the first time, I feel now Reverend Dr. Lawrence Tete, can answer some afa LGBT. Because LGBT no proponents no more touch the pass a building in among can answer some beyond for LGBT sign the panel was as Muda.
Including one sponsor bill.
Naga.
Okay.
Or what is your mattress to crack a Sabia Sanko from the fata or dog? Debbie.
No.
Or fata and Nidia.
Steven. Literally Steven. Yes, you
my boy.
Yeah.
You go let you go to. Yes, Mamma, meet
party. You recommended castration.
Thank you.
Which is barbaric.
Which is not necessarily. It is for the first time. And Reverend Dr. Lawrence said, and we say, what you was say, do not hate people that love you. I'm not sure he was referring to President Muhammad.
No.
Or Kufuado.
Me say honor me tea and then I say become a chi.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is going on?
And no me say I was beautifully surprised. I was like, whoa. Papa he say what to be my Kenyans as
no, he's now pro LGBT.
Thank
totally.
You. Pass at you. The pass up this. The pass up say
give time some time.
Oh goodness, my goodness.
Give time.
You see, time will tell.
Yes.
Oh, but Mali when you was time and learn. Time. Look. Oshe na nima odi ehiti ya oka asema da na oka ya ebika asomam ebika traditional places ebika politicians ebika eminent people in society any all manner of people bobo ya we rokache o munyina say the nonsense must stop now. E say nimu na odi kan we. E na wo hwe nimu num so bienu a de oka no no ye na chi oka na nimu ofe na nanim ase nipa afede ye hu say wono so wo akoma e watenka woni mu say yes na bia na say wo yesofu na me menye sofu ana say wo ji Kristo di na menye Kristo ni enti wo ji Kristo di na me menye Kristo ni na me a me menye Kristo ni no me som so kire me say constitution kura hu hia me mra me som wo mra foforo bia e bitima hyehye de abum mind ye mfa me de nya wo lo tenka hipa na bedina aye osofu no but they spent all those years and times adopting a certain position as a sabio omo ye nipa echen obia de omo beka no na efa na say ti omo no amu asem na de hyemra na omo ade a omo akoma mu no omo mpe no efiri asase so look enye ade a LGBT mra no akwakosesa ama Ghana aye better than babia ana say ye hyehya mra ni wedi a ene e bia light edum yakwan ya access you school right and any hospital bills ukwa chip kwankwan na akra no kase fa 20 cities kra bra na ma maybe so wo friend ba na wo tumi 20 cities no e be free ho but look at how they made it look like on the meeting and you know say starting from Methodist bishop presiding bishop of Methodist Church Ghana no I should disappointment Catholic Bishop Conference and matters omo kasa almost so issue omo disappointment consistently. Reverend Steve Wingama Lincoln University Alpha Abudina Mount Mahama because of the position on LGBT na ono tran Ghana ha letter chastise o mo president Mahama say why ade pa wo mrefi na LGBT ne maso tina no ono say mente so obowa wonno masew se Kufuado mente se wo obowa Africa asebo yewu and look and I say you see the Ghanaian population cannot be taken for granted by anybody. So you're musician, so you're footballer, so you're entertainer, whatever you are. Say unko for would be our depebia we to do what now for so you're to do what you did. I know in Jano, Sebi say honest cry, and some maybe you may be taking yourself for granted. You are not taking the Omino for granted. And every insult that the man deserves has been served on him. Me yesterday I wrote on my Facebook say only God can forgive Lawrence Tete. Me, I don't want to even add the reverend, maybe the Dr. Lawrence Tete. Onyankopon kwa between the body achano. Nya chomna de bia ye ne enta nkwa sorry ta ka say so called man of God for to me na bodu say ne fefefe to me yin tin toso kama no sheshe lazy ne coat ne sa o mo kaftan ya o mo pam na India for de no mo de nam ha ne de bia no to me chem no ka la ne ade na ba bia ewu no. Look, unu me ye ne yom ni no unu nkofo ani bia woni hwe say Dr. Lorisette onye boni bia na nke bia me bo na bodu say sukura akasema ani bia obi a wonko na sori kura de behwe no because omo scripture be say touch not my anointed. Yes, mfa wonsa nka de onyame asra no adan a onyame asra no we nyame nipa we nyame akoa kumchacha busa obi no oni di nkomo afa wasi utabe kwa ka sembe na kumchacha na nya adwen ozo utabe zo te dia sofo no mungu school na tempa kumchacha so se wa fa ne personal wo penedi na tembi wonya no oka na kwa na oh eh osofo panyin utabe asem no ka kumchacha se ai mehu ozo we nyame nipa wo te asem ga me de me nyame adwe no ya create some sector of society of course nya hankwa na bi wo ba bia bi wo but ya mai ya nya odwin bi say as we move there nyame na ato nsa from obi ani ho nyame beto nsa frɛ wa onyame position enra etumi sesa ene because onyame so wo kan tre kronkron bia say ye bible say ye Quran o say ye badwe bia onyame nsa na dwen onyame nya obi a o ka asem na o kina nsa na dwen ade cha na aka foforo ene ade bia. So where were these people coming from? Ene de Dr. Lawrence Tete passe oyemfa compassion kai o mine say obi do wa yentan no afi do paso che say gay for kra no omo henda nye o mine boni bia say tumi ye bibi etan omo to the point say o betu ye nyina for say yenhwe na yamfa homosexuality ameya amanyosem osofo a otumi di homosexuality eya amanyosem sided with one candidate o yama yoni ekofa angosra ekireke asofo afoforo say mumra nkohia niye mompa ye ngunu so mfa engusra no ngunu so niye mfeme shoot my television mu obi en say we na ye Christopher wo mamu a eta na chi because say ono ne bema yen ode ye bekwa himan mu ana so o ma de wi ase say ye ne mba ha no eno enne obeka say afi de sa subject kro na ogina so anointed Mahama ema president Mahama abaye o mampanyin bio no sa problem no eni ho bio e ho kra na afi de ma ye mfa akomahyew ma ye mfa abufushew ma yemfa mempe I say me na mempe nyese nipa na wo ye na mempe nemu me a mempe ntino nipa no kra ma okra me bo to se bia be ma bra na me no nya bi nemu mempe ntino so woni ho akra na ya ye hye mra ma posifo nko che wo ne fo nkotum afi de papa ne se da bi eno backwardness die ntia ko ma che ku akufu ado office akoka che ne se dadina wan sign dia onye ni papa we bonsam ene okofa bonsam ne ma be bo man no afi de Lawrence Tete se sa asem no it's an insult to some judge. He's telling them they have been fools all this while. He's telling for money they have been championing hate all this while. He's telling President Mahama say he campaigned on evil because the thing is not a problem. The thing is not even a political problem. It will not take a president to make this law. I've told you that already. See, any anamontian sa no monso so but yan suma bra for say enko chisanko for no man yemo bro. And you be as on quantity will be a project or quack, the sanko from ye bia. They mu yet say and can say on ya quadaco ye dear. And dear, we are bearman now, young upon our balls, faba, na bar, befa, not bema war 21, or far crowd 8 years and now crowd 12 years, a crowd 14 years. And then you know, a bit too much before so. But say 2 male adults, 2 female adults, as a demo, every few mano, at a fritter from Mama to no money into. Young quatra being quashambra because a ma will be SD now and SD, a man Pentecost in your Pentecost. I never got the sense in that. But Lawrence thought say it was sensible. A Canadian did you my
Dr. Lawrence Tete.
Lawrence Tete, any bibia Kuvadu nibi. On Chen in Fiemu, on Chen Sikamu, on Chen Adishemu, on Chen exposure mu, on Yamidomu, on Yakupon Lawrence Tete and Senkufado. But Lawrence Tete got the guts to call a Kufado's bluff and say, the nonsense must stop. In fact, that language, no one come out soft one of woman, A Kufuado and Baumi and people are mine. And I'll catch up and say, the nonsense must stop. Do you know the assumption? The assumption is that I say a MPP for and I offer to Mudi about me say, I feel or man who may be a wow, Nakofa Bema, Bell Obazo, Ukunu, Nakofo, Banu, Bianco True. I never got the sense, honestly, to date. So media is an epiphany for me because I'm like, hey, I make us say the omokano and yan yansan nimunia de and go for big say majimi and go for big say me de imagine you go for big say that be cry me room. And na me so obia so me chese me do me so go do bia. And imagine so ngui. Wo mo no madwen da ho mo ka nyame asem e de be kwa hima mu no. Enne e bi ne Lawrence Tete e no wo be ka say asem no. Yenhwe na yan fa anya politics. I'll have to tell you honestly before I end say I agree with him 100%. No politician can solve this problem. It's a political party be or may bit must solve the problem here. A MPP.
How?
Oh, because some lawyers no, or what human rights and this is for human rights committee. So what human rights here and Kamati Pebu and Kasiyanko Pai Ufuriata, former finance minister Otunu Kwai, Yoko Airport near Pano Jolo. It does not make sense. But there are people today crying over online. Obi criticizing the Batibu Kano and the partners of Frank Davis in Panaquas.
But we will come to that. Fortunately, therefore, as we announced, lawyer Godlove, 10 crime, legal practitioner, Wabaka and Sawa. So we best started with him on same topic. Yeah. LGBT not a priority. Dr. Lawrence Tete, his pronouncement say, I don't know whether now he is pro LGBT or anti-LGBT because who the interview was it GTV? Yeah, looks like say now he's advocating say almost so they are human beings. We should treat them with love. And your take on both either not the priority or Lawrence Tete, and then the hypocrisy among the CSOs and then the civil society as a whole. You to treat the right in terms of LGBT and now what is their question now Kabumwa you can take from any angle.
Yeah. Louis,
one my mic and I
make you what if for any after for
good.
Make you question so say adwuma ntimi ba ya check kakra.
Sure.
But I'm fan check me say my elite kakra.
So mo akwaba.
Louis, me call Dr. Lawrence Tete sorry anka mejai. Say me any church member anka mejai. Anka me sure say menko biem. Anya dia meko. And the reason is that even though yanhwe nipa so mfa nsom nyame no omo guide yen and we pick a lot of things from people who lead us spiritually and nipa bia owani onyam na nyame nsa wo ne so no oye no kwafo onipa onka no kre bia no nyame nsa ni ne so it's as simple as that.
Okay.
Se me baby ameti eni obi ka chere me say Dr. Lawrence Tete nyame hu ntini mu ameka so boa. To me he's an ordinary person to me. Adwuma ofato ne ho so no and wanya ho certificate no practice say na me lawyer me practice.
Lawyer onyi ni say e bia wanya change of heart based on education bia wanya on this LGBT issue.
Asem wo hu oka na sa gina babia wo gina and you so your objective person. You can't be objective. Or you will be at the end irrespective of who is in charge at that circumstance. Yes, we objective.
Okay.
So Dr. Lawrence Tete, wan kasa nanka yechin so be kasa yi. So wan kasa ebia na yebeka ne say asofo bi eye dede dan no ye nti omonka bi. Okay, my moderator, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Reverend Professor Marty. Okay, before 2016 election.
Famous.
A man for supano, papa. I basri na who said yes, super moderator, na yo ya. Because no mo so mun ti ase de nti a sofo timi babontin be kan say send your mind e kon de asanyansafo na wum nyina adeda na sabi omo no nti ase no sabi nipa bi omunim nyansa na ebu man because of the direction na yeko. Lawrence Tete said, Dr. Lawrence Tete said, 2024, Basel 4, Roman 4, Anglican, some Apostolic Church leaders, Methodists, Conference of Catholic Bishops, omu ye nyachum, omu ye hypocrites, and that omu nyina adeda, ana nsenhunu bi koso, na se Ghana fo anya careful a, ono de onya kawodo. or no kwa betimi a stage 1-man demonstration e wo krom ha.
Clearly, I remember that.
Aka kire president or teso ye president Akufo-Addo. Say hunahuna odi hunahuna nipa e ma nenti asofo ni clergy aka ahye no. Ono de ontimi nya bi onye ne saa. Clearly e wo LGBT nsense ho. Louis, clearly that statement that Dr. Lawrence Tete made on that day was clearly to Akufo-Addo.
Yeah.
No person che say na do ama Ghana ha nipa kra ntimi nkasa. Ana abo asofo bi hu ama ne LGBT akoda nanim. Na ontimi nsan no ama ade ne kosoro no wie no ka chen say o cha ne mema sem a no a kire say this nonsense must stop na je say sebio empanifo na ebu man no sa time no insen hunu omudi no enya LGBT fo no insen hunu no mampani ni di say ade na kwota na anim na wo nsan no wonyai enya say LGBT fo na nonsense must stop no was mampani na nkasa ye na Akufo-Addo. Suffer. Very well. Menya me so mo praise bi nche me sa. Se be ma ne be ma mfa ne ho. Oba ne be ma mfa ne ho. Ani oba mfa ne ho. Menya sure say Christians, Muslims, traditionalists. Ye nyina ye kire ye chi. In fact as a country so we share the cultural underpinnings of our constitution as a people no ye support this anima no. Inti na nko bia ne problem. But Louis, aban ne sesa ye no. Na 1.5 years achini yentimi nsan ye no yentimi nsan kan ho asem no ni expect say sa asofo e be sanya akukuduro aka kire yen say President Mahama yesre wo ananu na ye beto aba no ade baako a ye hu dede okrom ha pa ma nipa bebrebu fu ya omanto aba ma aban na oteso baako no LGBT nsensem and Louis, nobody can take that away. And then I made a babecho dentia, so be could now say any priority as any panadrin or from Nadrimu ha odifufu.
Kum chacha dia no. No mo se utabako ka se
odi usafu
or kware yi na problem no pambo.
Okay.
Usi bema. So where did you real man?
There's a microphone because our microphone.
I made me pay. Go so shinkwa no.
Yes.
And I'll be easy. Tie fa na nkwa na bu. Antimi wo ha na
ya ba. No kra nya me anim say aduane nyina de undi fufu da ba wiase undi die. Se nipa ne ka che me say sa time no Louis ye beto about 2024. Eniema na ye topical issues okrom ha. Galamsey, LGBT, dollar, fuel, niema for we. Na hun se manu odin. Na hun se Ghana for ye nipa bia ade a yempe. Inti nipa ne ti LGBT niema no hunu se yesi aban no na wotumi se yeso stop e ya wie bibia na akwakwa se president be sign na president nsan a na ahye na bufu. And NDC for no so hunu se si ye use sa de we ya amanfo ne bubefu ato abatia MPP, and that's exactly what they did.
Exactly.
And ye be use an say ye hu dede e ma amanfo ne bufu, and that is why we had the Iron Man Jataba na wadane ejamoyi a wontimi nka obi yi Honorable Sam George ejitina na beti so e kan sem nanim Louis ni aya kese ba ko pa ne se ade anya priority no etimi manipa gina so decide about wo Louis ade anya priority sa time no na ye priority papa nanim President Mahama some kan o ka say anya priority no anka ne keke o say anya priority na yensan use democratic procedure to arrive at the conclusion. Louis, democratic procedure ben essence say adia ko parliament legislature no aye adwuma wie na akọ president or executive no be so dia akọ court judiciary, the three arms of government ni nyina aye adwuma, separation of powers. Na president catch us say, oh, executive dey enkameti my adwuma, but I have to respect my other arm of government, which is the judiciary. It is obi the court to Supreme Court there. Yen share the outcome of what the court will say before answer I can act on it. Democracy be nation way.
Pressure be that so.
Assembly anyhow, Louis. President Akufo-Addo one kase on sign you. I always say that anybody who says President Akufo-Addo refused to sign the LGBT is a liar. The person is not being truthful to himself or herself. The president never said say on sign. There was a justification. Why or say in common sense training and reconsider because at the Supreme Court. Until let's wait for the determination. Because what if say me sign and now Supreme Court make a pronouncement to say you're unconstitutional. What do I do? Me boom and Supreme Court orders in so and I said then into my main trying so that I do the right thing. President Akufo-Addo upon your year no. Into a man for say papa na nya de ne ekoto abati ano. Louis, NDC ne President John Mahama ba ban mu no. In fact, among common no mu di nyina Sam George Mayeti asese so munya bedu se ekem. Acha 3 months there. Just any crack within first 6 months there. Na nka LGBT nsensem ne yawie. Oho na omusuban no Ghana fo be hu ne yie. Na omu start di nkomo say, "Oh, LGBT no kra de sa bill na eda ho no eye old parliament, the 8th parliament. Na say yenya the 9th parliament. Inti procedure no kra ne process na expire. Inti si yepedia just ye reintroduce the bill in the House of Parliament. Yakoya first reading, second reading, one. I go through the entire procedure. If you are not careful, cry amendments bebem ni na sefo ansa na yasa hwe ne aye. Still now this insist say they are different from the MPP. Into the LGBT no, they will take it serious. And we had a very beautiful opportunity when we went to the UN, led by our foreign minister Okudjato Ablakwa. Yes, we are seeing in Asia. Wow, so ya be ma on LGBT no can Louis can ha ya beto aba. Ghana yeti pa se mo 2024 mo beto aba no. Na mo de LGBT ye dede okrom ho pa se mo mpe. Ene ye ma mo chance. Se wo mpa ato aba na me yehunu se wo mpe. Na yehunu kwan a ye befa so. Ghana led by Sam Okudjato Ablakwa, an NDC appointee, NDC foreign minister, Ghanaian foreign minister. Abstain on behalf of Ghana.
Is that really the case?
Because
now some case new for me.
Debbie, Ghana abstained from voting when it got to the LGBT.
Then I think the media
out. Louis about
it wasn't really that much of
because people didn't make noise about it.
Yes, because
I'm going UN.
Yes,
UN.
And just this one. It was even before the referendum. Yes, Ghana abstained or no say.
A question point.
On yes or no on to no.
Abstinence there. Literally, yes.
Etina priority na President Mahama no make us say a starting fee with our abstinence at the UN on LGBT issues because to abstain means say enya de hu hia.
Debi.
Enti me monya mo nsem bi na mo ka monka. Eno achi Louis Anna Conference of Catholic Bishops, right? Sani from.
Yeah.
Omo kwasra President Mahama. Unya power na ni no mo ti oh. Eja so only say Roman for the emphasize the way in diagro. Sani a unua Akufo-Addo ti ho no ye ka kire no no. Wa ba de a ye bo amane aka kire say LGBT na obedu ye no ho asem te sen. Oba ne den. Me kire de ntia President Mahama so enye priority no. Start fi UN de no aba bi mfie. President Mahama hwe papa fo enim asofo mpanifo akuku dam anim. Obi a no say President Akufo-Addo ana empese besan. Na ya de anya de pa anya se ye so kra no. This time around President Mahama's response was that LGBT ni de enya de anka yese hu hia se ye mra bia saa wo ne kra ne se eye suban nti nka ye cultural niema senka Ghana for yese ye tete ye mayie ofia we can imbibe them with the cultural values akola ne banyini no enyo obi na be ye mra ka kire ne se menkoye LGBT ni niema akola ne culturally na nkasa no ye de betete no. This was President Mahama's response.
Yeah.
Double standard,
dishonesty. Ana grofo say hey ebo na se mu de sani amu kasa ye de na ye ti se mu de mu ba na ya na ka na ya kra no ya mam kwan anka mu besan.
And I think sir lawyer Mintwa that was the time President Maye who said the bill no die with the previous a week before.
Yes.
Now speaker I make a pronouncement saying the bill was transmitted to President. Exactly. Make sure say the Mahama would sign.
Exactly.
It's until that moment then the President Mahama may who said no, the bill never was transmitted to the presidency.
Fantastic. Now President Mahama and say back and say, hey, LGBT nsensem na modi dwadwa na so Ghana for mama kama munte enye ye priority no. Your priority ni say ye wa kwan a yesi ye amanfo de amanfo kom de nkrofo amanfo insuo nsem ni na sefo. We have basic needs that we have to think about. Mama how many LGBT
bread and butter issue. Na me so na me person busa president say 2024 any Akufo-Addo time ni aye kwan e Ghana nyina wi na bread and butter issue nye problem
na manfo nyina didi amen ama Ghana ha no obi amen ti na ye ni ye ne de emre be ye ntina ne ye ka LGBT nsesem
Menyi ni sir.
Louis President Mahama person change say that time that LGBT the talk of the town all our priorities top priorities were achieved
solved, yeah.
Well, I don't think so.
na sani ya akwa nyina wi a ne big push ne be ye den wa
70 billion Ghana cedis.
See be ba so
Sure.
Louis what na make na say enti to tell us LGBT now is not a priority because you have won power is a sign of hypocrisy. It's a sign of double standard. It's a sign of dishonesty as a leader.
National deception.
I'm telling you. What that man for completely? We senka yetu eskabi mano. Or that is about be sign yetu eskabi man and criminal procedure we defrauding by false pretense. Straight. What that wama?
Yeah.
Because you vote no what?
Yeah.
What that yama you vote na man no thinking say the best sign
until 2.5 years later you do nya ho hwe.
Look, Kwasi send na Louis yi kana me say me mu ba ko da na ka say aban bia ne ho abetima ye ho adwuma sa na
Ene ya ta me nu ya ka.
Louis na Ghana aban no wo onitro you are dependent on foreign aid
Give for no kra dem wa dwene.
Omo so na wo sika
Omo dem wa dwene.
Tax na wo kwa kwaji aba na ye
for na
gay we non gay we straight
na say ya yes ya call reparation ye be sika party na UK for ye
yeah
I say country bi also pesa sika ni bi yes you be try everything but what you say
yes
until you don't have the balls to challenge it until na
boss na mu de hia ko de bona na say de
near boy emema near boy 90 who be to now come and say me de me hunti to hell with you get the yempe look at the French francophone countries no mo yes ano they have the likes of Russia, France supporting their budget into no or yes aniema na Senegal once or the film na yeah Burkina Faso onimba bia obenya sika na free because our superpower ba ku bia o tai na chi na superpower ta wa chi ne hwan
bien no
ana anu ya o foreign minister ko yetu no kasa kire consulate bi by heart kura hwe ne yetu nka yetu yen da no na $600 million bi say ba ne yetwem da no na ne yetu sa hwa ne say okuja to bro ho ase me yes ani ma no ha na we me yan wa kire so President Mahama and the NDC lied to Ghanaians that they were going to implement or sign the or go through the process and sign the LGBT bill. Louis Mekaneha almost signed Kosise 4 years in the best in 2028. Mark it on the wall. You better back and forth. Now, Dr. Lawrence started here. Me share video now. Anonym video now you on social media now because the old one no. Any new one no ebe to a few moments later it will say you gina ho ne akukudura na ode kasa in 2024 edi president atem di party na atem ekika nsem kire yen no we ending with this nonsense na sorry man eti na china so ma stop na papa ne TV so na hu ni oka say na mu kan ene de o say yemfa don ni enkasa nkire omo na ho na omo na obi o say President Mahama na downfall on the on shy away so be kasa na downfall onim ne pa obi a friend no abusa shake rep no pa ni say una aso ni number me dem won number na me be ne pa enti no yes and me srenya me ahoden ma ne say obenya na Kufuado de na won srenya nkopon ahoden
de Kufuado fata nyankopon
Kufuado wono de na nyame nhira wo so ye sofo a now the own sebi man no sa time no wo de atendidie ana beto ne so say ni nsen hu na odi no must stop. I feel say minim na sorry ni din but me ko na sorry like I said nka mejai number 2 ansa na mejai so meko na nim no maka chense papa your act displayed on GTV is an act of hypocrisy and it's an act of double standard and look for me I won't sit here for you to pastor me no mejai na meko
well Kwasi,
sir,
I think, sir, we move on to the next topic. Probably lawyer and the bar for a long time. The big push.
Yeah, okay.
You've done a lot on big push for the bars. Big push, big loot. So sourcing, single sourcing. They see a semantics on which we play.
Louis,
is it the case? Say indeed, 9% said Felix catcher.
Now
how basis better than 9%.
First of all, na no atia na no ntentin obi a okrom ha. I've always maintained that on mubi wo ho no ma somebody like Sami Jamfi, somebody like Felix Ofusukwachi, somebody like Ablakwa. a opportunity no money and they communicate to us. They are no better communicators than anybody. I'm telling you, Louis. And there are sometimes I'm communicate here. No more kasan tentem. And sometimes you see the response that I think method is for the Ama fellows.
Yeah.
They don't treat us and let us be seem to be as a yenim nyansa.
I think say exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
What you say?
Don't belittle our intelligence.
Fantastic. I'm communicate here. The way I see them, say, communication na kwakwa say as a deep organ and nyina no say bio adwene etimti ni omo ka no we can read in between the lines.
The lines, yeah. But it's sad because your opposition and your trans and American your opposition to serve. Don't think say no opportunity now. To say 900 contract now there. Meanwhile, your big push no cry almost 10 billion budgeted. You understand that?
Yeah.
And the rest of your 900 is not even up to $1 million.
Fourth estate for Tro road ministry. They didn't ask them for contract out. They asked them for specific contracts under the big push project signed by the NDC. One can't say kofa contractor the request from Fourth Estate was specific. In fact, Fourth Estate they declined, they abandoned their request initially. Then Fourth Estate decided, say, okay, and the road ministry or institutions be so let's write to urban roads, let's write to the feeder roads, all those roads people will sub institutions, you know. Then they decided, one of them, I think urban roads decided to respond. I'm response in the by and Sana road ministry say, and so Omankasa and a SWA projects they call you. Look, projects, you know, I think say initially almost the 150 something amount a buy and later almost 157 and later say 15 be
23.
Yes, 23 be a old signed by the almost Waso, almost you 10 be man and a Beka. But out of I think 111 was saying, Omunya 81 which were so sourcing.
Yeah.
81, Louis. Now 81, who ran a percentage? 81 out of 130 or 15 percentage.
It's about 80%.
I got around 75 there.
So what are you talking about? And Obiani one waka say big so sourcing bonnet. It is in the act as one of the mediums are. Yede tendering, yedinya contract here. But Louis, it is used at the extreme end. Projects no necessity. Yen to be time go through the normal procedure because ebemana check and looking at how urgent that need is, you know. Say ye probe you bet me or what capacity obeti my any that is when you go for sourcing. Louis, much what now I'm gonna say. And Sami Jamfi in 2024. Na Ghana for crash sourcing no bebrenyanti crowd. Na nkrofo nim ne kakra bebrisa. Obey any program be a friend 360. And our cover touch screen be na ho chechire yen. Na enko ka sourcing one asem no. Na kanya bone. But Sami Jamfi be catch there and say sourcing eye kwan a politician person odi wia oman na o use pa. Na aban bia o person wia ne manfo no. Ana ma contract bebrea eye sourcing. Tieni Louis. O say sourcing no say o pese o ma no bebrea. Ana o use pa na chese o ya aban o pese o bokro no. Because eno de oni akwasi tuwe me nka say me pe obi amanasi studio we. Enti obi amfa ne tender embra. Nemo ne me say Louis madam fo je kosi akwasi je kosi. So that even if main lawyer me wo capacity kura na ye de ama kwasi dida. Ye mbisa me mpo na nka me de aba. Until you cut off a lot of competitors.
Yeah.
And you handpick from a lot without any criteria, using your powers and discretion. And only so sourcing. Now, Sami Jamfi hu chire ni wiye no. Ana obeka che say, "Oh, yenka say so sourcing ya de boni o." But the abuse of it. Now, Louis, uma contract over 100. Na mu 81. Eye so sourcing, are you not abusing it? Sometimes I'm communicating. I don't maybe someone say, I didn't plan on say I die at dream. I did hand over 100.
Some of them train my auditor general report embra.
Yan train. Louis, put in time I auditor general report ever.
Yeah.
Enti yen check no MPP time and between say auditor general report in San Wakasa.
Correct.
Sometimes let's be fair to ourselves. What is good for the good is good for the Ghana. And it is what to mean kokika obidie kwato de ne bodwe. Say obi time there is an agency to bring out the rot. Louis, big push no near money ye yakra ne say. One company known as Growth 82. I formed in January 2025, less than 1 year. Louis, so we share act ni mo ye wo A1B1 certification, classification of companies. I bet me am certain road contract based on the value of the road contract. Now, unisa A1B1 ye company or what track record, no what enough capacity, what show reason why based on evidence. I'll bet me the top tier contractors are mano. A company was formed just a year ago. Yamano 800 million Ghana cedis contract. I'm require on your A1B1 certification.
800 million Ghana
cedis.
That's an extra 8 billion.
I'm telling you.
Can make a billion. 8 trillion cedis.
Yeah.
Just formed 1 year ago. Only track record biya. On trail, a client why you be paying. We who said na quality. To say nothing. I find what for me company na ogusu kra ne asset kra no me wonder say a value saying. But essence say unim say ye oka say ye open tendering. Number 1, oba ye nche no ni capacity into onya. Na eye onipa opesa wo de manu nti. Na onya kickback nti no. Ene me use so sourcing. Eno de
no lawyer nye ni ana say ye hwe na ye friend say ye fa Ghana dwuma Ghana for. Unyi ni say yes opening tendering ya. Adwuma ni nyina be call foreigners because in terms of capacity there we all know say they were outbid us. In the form of say okay ye hwe ne ho ne adwuma juicy ones na fa Ghanaians.
Louis me no nyina ti krom ha. Yetimi hu tractor bi na sian kɔ ne atro ho 1001 Kofi Job cars ni god. Meboa Joshua amunya contractors okroma amunya kwan atintin ma yehu okroma wa open tender na Joshua mo abeka che so omuni capacity omde be yana. And you know these foreign companies that you are talking about sometimes from background they depend on our capacity here. They still depend on our human resource here because they don't even have the enough numbers omde be back. It is not true. It is because me crofo me pesa me the contract ni mo no me open competition omunya no craba ko no and number 2 eye kwan ye fa so di wia oman ni sika according to Sami Jamfi enunti say ye pese ye nya sika ni wia Ghana sika dia big push project we ye more so sourcing enya say ye nya sika na Louis campaigner ordinate Senate clearance certificate aba no si na adwuma ye ni baako ene wo ho o se explanation no mo de man ni say Senate clearance certificate na yan determine the number of people are adwuma wo ho but mami mbusa wo emra no so say enka worker bia employee bia ntua ne Senate man
yes
na che say uni permanent staff bebre dia na say o maka nyina part timers ba unim say krom ha emra wa ha no mu a you cannot pick more part timers more than permanent staff. It is a company ni 1,000 part timers, 1 staff there, 1 permanent staff.
It's a illegal company.
It's an illegal company. Oh yeah, then oh. So company no to me ya quite worth over 800 million. So some pass say MPP time and a document be better bonting. And yes, say company and staff here back based on Senate clearance certificate. MPP are buying man contractor. And can explanation this dey mine and could be the man come Matiasiana.
Never.
So I said there was a time and that Senate were going after a friend say entity Senate.
Who don't pay? It is still there. They do it.
Don't you, I'm wondering why is a Senate are quiet?
On a company with 2025 company there. Senate kwa kwa company haven't will be. There's no company like that. Aye frakadam. Aye kwatrebi bibra ni mfama contract. It's not like say company will be aye juma 10 years in ye. There be the company was incorporated in 2025.
Na unim se ne ya ne se ekwan Louis ya wie deda no another big push project ekwan o ma ya wie deda ni nyina no ne ya renovation no ne board nche original
so
I brad nyankopon
But Sakwan so Matisse no I say was it Kanazui? What's the name?
Akwai obeche
Yeah,
Ford.
Kanazui.
Ona ya wanye ni
The Ford saga.
Enti onu kra no se ka
yeah born about say Ghanaian contractors from Kono ho.
no munkosu.
Na munkosu. So what happened?
Ekwan na afi de tutu ayesi yensa menu wa bo man ni kakwa. Louis, Metie Sunyini, Deputy Road Minister. Oh, news far. No, cause renovation, no, because of year, no, na, Yanfa Temamoto Way, example. Temamoto Way, Okoti Figabi, or say this time around, it's costing 350. Na yami desena Fibente wo. Ako binti catch and say, Masa, sa Temamoto Way now can. The disparity of the figures is because sa time they are doubling and they end of 10 lanes, 5. It is not the same. When there is value addition, the price will definitely change. But you cannot do a single road, 2020, $2 million. And then you say, oh, yes, single road, now be renovation. In 2022, 1 year down the line, now $10 million. Then you come and tell me, say, I'm running nyepe. Louis.
At the time, inflation, single digits.
Dollar, and this year, buying kwa so, so na inflation, echo form. No.
As a name, echo through.
Amunkwa, you been see that. It's a big push project in India. Near who you know, say, a choir, a buying way person of fast with the ball mine chrono. And I am not kind, and some of them my yes, sir. So buying be abuse, and for me, they have abused it because 81 out of over 100.
Lawyer Yenjin Tum said, Samija fin a measure of the chrono.
But the point is,
that's a good
Louis,
question.
another angle crowd, ya baya, na eya mika 170. Road Minister Akwa signed a contract, Kwame Abuja. And this is
sure.
Ebi one no and when certification authorization from Ministry of Finance, I took forcing as a signature also. Me patcho me boa, the chief director's signature. And he has a problem about him. Samija fini post here.
I think he's still the spokes or a communicator for the communicating officer of the NDC.
Now, yeni philosophy squad here.
Okay.
For the government.
Yeah.
Sure. Is the government not different from the party? It's your only business they say in responding to people.
A party communicator.
Also, President Mama.
You see, Louis says something that responding to big push project scandal. Yeah. He should respond to the 214 gold loss.
I think that to be fair with Samija Mfino. Now, Francis Suleiman Brahma was literally mentioning his name
because of the sole sourcing issue.
Exactly. Until Samija Mfino didn't buy up multiple times.
But then why do you?
Let's be fair here.
So why does it?
Why does it?
Suleiman say, I'm opening up a debate for us. Is it were they going to debate on only sole sourcing or the details of the contract? If it's the details of the contract, it doesn't lie in the mouth of Samija Mfino to come and give us details. What is the role of the road minister? What is the role? When he said road minister corresponded the 54 contract, say then first one in the correct our parliament 54 no so I'm going to move 44 say na so source. I know you're not. One says someone pull it down all the information from their website.
Yeah, their website. Yeah, sure.
Now big push, you said Chama walk around and say president said they should come and finish him with what?
Further and better particulars.
Now me pacho Kwame Abuja minister at forcing. Could they have given this contract without cabinet approval?
For that angle, I think so to be fair to the president, they were trying the outcome of the investigation.
No, maybe so. Louis, maybe so. So say such a big project. Look, big push, it is the child of President Mahama. Whether it is okay now or marry
the legacy project.
Yes, President Mahama ne did Dina ba and there is no way they would have given contracts out without the involvement of the president.
Why not? Why would that happen?
And there is no way the road minister alone and the finance minister could do this without cabinet approval. Yantete fuel also crown and normal committee. Yantete prices of fuel also
to decide. Yes.
What am I can say? Yantete fuel also crown yako cabinet meeting and you are telling me say yeah ma'am, do you know that must 70 day? The total
75.
Value, 75 what?
Yeah, it was 107 out of.
No, I'm talking about the total value of big push project.
Actually, 10 billion, but now our days almost 8-something billion. Fantastic. Getting to 9.
Is this a small amount of?
No. Unprecedented.
That's the president will be naive and not aware of.
Kofi Tonto analysis. Or was it not Kofi Tonto? Over the past 10 years, your oil revenue drew 10 billion.
Fantastic. You 52 or you?
You drew that amount. It is such a figure. A project. Indeed, I think so. I tend to.
And you are telling me the president will not be informed.
Sure.
So sometimes the optics na endorse do. Na catch him say they be if you hire kasasem. President Muhammad dey say ni oye nyina ye ni anipa na asabio omonte niam ase a omadwemu e ha no. Ombehu omani beba age so aka say president papa ne yanyan. Optics. Emfa aduane nsi table so. Entity with diesel price so now. Entity with electricity. Doom so I gusu wo indirectly. And solve ma no. Eno no ye. Say na nsia hu so call Easter. Na ni protocol. By protocol president military gina wachi. Na when sit down I am safe here. Now on one Assemblies of God ho no kwa na police ninja na chi. Na say na Assemblies of God ho no onye safe. Obi a sorry no ye safer. Ni nyina na amanfo no ukọ he commenter. Amanfo budget so. Louis Fu on sense me the meet you ko e de say ebe me de osi ebete so nti o ka say omu yi levy bia na so mote so ebe me de but one key thing of course cabinet meeting ni mu a e ma me hu president Mahama yi o e ba no credit a
eno ne de he
so o ka say wa cancel fuel for all government appointees hey Louis me che wade bi wa ha e wi ase na nkasa no look. This was City in July 2025. City 97.3 on the newsroom report. In fact, specifically on the 15th of July 2025. Mahama scraps fuel allowances for appointees. July what? 2025. Last year.
Yeah.
It's Mahama catch in July say, na appointees in were
9 months ago.
9 months ago. Mo biani hu kwan say oji fuel aban emphasica nto fuel ma coupons na e de ma mo ne yejai mo ankasa mo mfa musika presumably ento fuel no which I even spoke about it and said say na da akere say ye betimi aka say that time no July mu me ka say asem we hu asem e ma me ka say in running an organization u betimi am make such announcement aka say metwam ba kwasi ye obi bia friend impressed na wa ma office ni impressed. Metwam me ma coupon but impress my raising from 5,000 to 10,000 I can still buy the fuel for my impress enya misika ne be free of mine so what have you done July na me counter as adi Louis fast forward we say on the 15th of July president directive no adwuma until from that time no Ghana ni bia te honom na adwene ne say they are buying appointees ministers ne DCs no more maka ni nyina obi an honom aban na tofuo ma no afa ye nra ye da kwot sorry ya President Mahama from the cabinet meeting, Felix Ofosuku Asaba Bekache and say, government bans all officials from using fuel coupons until further notice. So which is which?
Fuel no.
Fuel bembium yasaba no semo fasika enton or bicycle enton fuel bembium. Obi waka say first one na cash na we coupon. Which is which? Whether coupon or cash. The main objective ni say scanning free aban ho no near more saka. It is our directive 9 months ago. Say, my emphasica and tofu or ma government appointees. How do you give the same directive again 9 months down the line?
Let me see. It means go for tofu and not the
exactly. What it means is that first announcement now by my settings.
Yes, if this is a so Jubilee House.
First announcement now by 15 July. Not just a settings. Or cut to a month for not dreaming. Because that time no commenter about Papa Ba.
Yeah.
This is the president we need.
Second independence.
Yes. Man for the GD say government appointees and them tough for mom be. By no president mama yet assess say na nya no kre okane kwa. And now that the doors Louis.
I know where.
But Ghanaians are opening up. Ghanaians are wising up. Minua. Ghana for beto abati awa. Oh yeah, dia omo nka ho.
Yeah.
The be odin e show. Now nkrofo na edi atemu social media we are ka say obekọ comment section obekọ live and the other die da na me kan o Angel FM say obi timi kasa o click comment na hwe se ne wadi watem no na bibi se ko click ni profile picture now click profile picture ni wie now hu ni pe na asema na person o ka no waja
na you be tell me say asema okay sisi me hwe bi wa hasisi
yes
was are you really a lawyer am ko hwe na you na
because nipa ne mpe no kre and adia omo mpe kra ne say but Louis one thing that they forget is say some of us it is not as if we want to be political. Because even during the time of MPP, some of us did things that went against the MPP. Louis, go to Google and write my name there. Save Ghana Football. Who started it? The Save Ghana Football demonstration was started by me. Me setting me date, J approval from regional command. BBRE and Sana Sadiq Adams mo any BKB move from me say, oh, so almost why you say BDI, I was with them through parliament to everywhere. Just that they are media guys. So media name.
Obi no Sunday too, so you think you know everything. Moi.
Aha.
Na moi. Uti.
Na usati
It's any pain. Asembe ni. Amwa chesi. Enipa. Uti moi yete.
Asembe ya na me. Because usati pa ya ukasei. Hey, uchu mu betting said there. Untimi ni me peda. Me.
So grab me pass me no
me. I don't care. Whether I'm a lawyer, whether I'm a good lawyer, whether I'm what have you. My bar license. Concord Ghana Bar Association page. Don't come me. It's active. I am in.
What's all my own as a lawyer? Abraham Martin people that's what as a lawyer.
I'm telling you. Carpenter penny. Hey, then I'm carrying. Player Frank Davis the car. So what did I make an say? It is sometimes, you know, I'm say, sometime now me started Save Ghana Football demonstration. A granting interviews. A koba. No be because MPP na wa by Manchester. And Rebecca said, now I was working against the MPP, making the MPP government unpopular. And the minister at the time, Yusuf, unpopular now. No, because we wanted the good of Ghana football. Me make comments about President Akufo-Addo. And people thought, said the comment was so harsh. I don't know, sometimes normal media can say, Adentina, ye who saw your MPP ni, and I was like, I said, Akufo-Addo. When the thing is good, it is good. Yeah. When it is bad, it is bad. Yeah. I spoke against e-levy. I spoke against betting tax. I spoke against emission tax. So those taxes were not relevant at the time. And that people were already in hardship. Oh yeah, they bedding omo. Satam ye cassette ya. And you see, enye ni omo beka. Adapa obetwa me. Asema obeka wo fie no, ana be me ye jai no kra nika. You see, sometimes people kept so much silence in this country, especially in 2024. And we allowed one side to run the lies throughout the campaign season. And the 2 amount for Natum. This time around, no. So Professor Jampo, Etimi Kasa, some of us can also talk.
Yeah.
They were seen to be neutrals. They were seen to be academic. But they shown us to say they were dealing for their political interest. And see, I know there, baby, I say Nyamiadum, baby, you're doing exposure, yenya, any radio sukasa ni nasifwe. At them they can always do it. It is up to them. Yes. You call your baby. And you see, media, President Mahama, and that done it also do. Settings, no, ya bre.
National Deception.
Yeah, bre. I mean, Sanya mana ya be, abuajo so, and I be humble president. Now, humble ye ni. Humble president ye ni. Your president can be humble. A come do, kotofu abitua. But what in America? The country is not what they promised us. Baby, and obviously, Louis, me say 2028. Me repeat. We a poster. We a prophet. We a seer. Now, the 2028 election prediction, dear bro, when you go as
said Bernard, and
Sana Musa Dankwasu, the enemy go.
Okay, right. Gozi,
bruh.
Optics here, catch a far President Mahama. I mentioned I've been saying this, we are now. We all knew, say, indeed, Iran, your friends say Israel, US Pakistan, US were in talks, and indeed, Obama ceasefire for 2 weeks. You understand that? It's the end say indeed, if they're able to enforce that, the fuel street prices will be of Hormuz will be open, and naturally, fuel price will drop. Meeting aside from my directive said young head taxes being in review. No, those taxes were not named, and then it was a take effect immediately. A take effect the next window, which is more nearly 3 weeks.
End of the month.
It's not just optics.
Now, bruh, at
the end of the day, no, now indeed ceasefire no, I take effect. Now crude about 60-70.
I have a
and yes, I say I come diesel shell is around 18 cedis. No, and I was saying immediately he takes a friend and say this action no one how many free. not optics. And Obi say this, in fact, the second coming, you know, he has really been coached, and I said, well, take it now.
Yeah, well, who Ghana for ne
pe? One fee kwa. Or 3 feet 8 years no. Yeah. Research in the say no, we ever try be na research ba na dwum. But I dwun no afa no, no na see how dey adwuma right now no. Eno oka hwe emre bi olusu 2016 no mu ho no. I think that this should be 2018 or 2020. No, 2020, Papa, because 2020 na COVID number. We na COVID number. No one we didn't come. Zion Felix. No, there be Zion. Kufia do mangwani. Some as a podcast kind of talk here, the one-on-one exclusive. And I Kofi, was our president say, President Mama. I say, oh, bemuno. Nko force omu hunu hwewa anya hwe nti omuto abatia ma kufa do we 1 million. And a president Mahama take opportunity no bo niema. Owa abemu just 5 years and say President Mills no ebe ya o no be president substantial president with me no. Kofi to one was o kan what him ninya so Kofi ti akra to onim o kan University of Ghana Medical Center say no wan graduate. Okay na ninya o ya na Kofi atem I say in beautiful shock and surprise. And I go people say, President, now you waiting and understand now up to you. What see? I don't know. The person we ye people.
And you know India, Uncle India.
And also was sitting more. Oh, we have people home. Emma mining na katam if flower mining. The NDC for the Ghana mine right now. No. And no na man for a free party is here. National Deception Congress. It's a whole grand scheming of completely lying. For some reason, NDC for can be
consider no mudisive about
Papa. Na Louis Assemble no kan Assemble no kan o maya.
Me dollar cry the me dollar cry ma fanya. Assemble. Dollar cry me kan NDC day campaign. I say go for the cover. We become we say cathedral become we say cathedral say no one campaign cathedral me who be go for but you know oka say obey 24-hour economy eno me na me so ntumi nye oka say obema gay sem no be shemra no na waye no say me ka so ntumi nye ampa ntumi nye adwuma be ko tre no apart from nice form ko dada Ghana ha me hu adwuma bia na bia positive so bi kwa no pa bi kwa wi bi kwa nwumre omo so ko tre me who be a President Mahamanti also when you man or kubituma kotre eno ye ba ko betu ensu ewo if anything kuku fumu or next photomatic posting teacher for allowance be ba next for ketuan kam ni ade bia no kan ya or women's bank and I hwe so anya se bia obeka so afi no wahya senti nya botre kakra from the look of things some of these things I was they will never come back around it because they can do it. It's a fact. No. And I mama who say the entire scheming where nkoma omu die from a student ketia any some George ni omo me party manyina keka ye a double track my mra yankura na nyem man kura ntumi nko school on by double track that's all teacher licensure exams who di ntia wo teacher ni akunu school attrain exams ni na we still na so we school sabe exams wo ye ba betwam in fact fees na you try the year exams licensure exams ya tum this year one contra school colony na akoye no okono kwa but one promise here and this focus on by apart from repealing of e-levy and UCA tax and those flimsy so-called tax
COVID tax credit
as well. So I know what I'm talking about. It's a grand deception ongoing obianim baby omofa so tumi nya o man adwen ati se tumu se no ekọ man mu yipa because ekufo do ne ba o mia we at the corner na the way and this was no ide no oyi anokọ enyi because some judge be catch say ekufo do kotena brochire ne wo fa bia no ne wo fa ba bia no otewo no we gay wo tena ne nchen. It's true so Upakin kan akokan it's true sad pan minim se ekufo do kotena ne nchen there but it's true their cousins, it's true the guy was gay, it's true he died gay. But I ask myself, and so what? How does that take anything away or put anything into Nana Akufo-Addo as a person? But okay. Me na be imagine no, me hu say so what? Wo mo madwene wo bebre be hu say oh Nana Akufo-Addo so mo ye ni bi. Nje Africa party no. Okay. So no na se bia wo koto amandis ne mum. We MPP ne de onkoto. I tell you, tumusam etumi koso ama. Nipa be 2 million now no me MPP man koto aban. enye kana Japan nsem hu no ye no nko na twen omu nyina ka afie enye ala chemate o twen hu free party no mu no ko aka ho ene mo ka afie trumusam no so beto mu no omo mu gidie wo soro SDF na dipa fo
it was really a major factor yeah
ene wo watumi akọ ahudwenke o man no so omu nyina so no mo to abama ene mo to abama wo ba ya de waka yin de wo ye ne osuba nyina akese de na wo kan de na wo di petumi keke well abana sana na ne yedi nkomo mka se mpanifo na ka se da wani ene me bi se no be fa ne se o me de menya me kom baby but if you ask net no mpanifo na ka se bi ni wiase a nke da nke ntopu I think the party who they are already paying cramp nya se bia afi na emo ma betua wo hwe ne ma boni bi atoto wo mu na ade na entro no ka ho so oba bonten be chante se nyankopon ku president ni na be di akire because omo e the contract ma omo party ma so sourcing wo party fo nya bi na ba ya watumi atam over 88 contract a sika da 88 ho no a chain sa so called 900 and something na omo kan nyina ba kokura contract kwa chain 900 na aka no emu be 300 combined. So this is deception, and to me Yahana wana ya fasa bio akromfo ne wudifo ne trumufo se omo bone no so sina obia okọ baabi fofora etro ankasa pa no ba nyankopon ne bonsam ntam anya fa nyina ye ntrontia
one catch you say nyankopon ne bonsam anya fa
well
that's why disagree with you.
That's why you're my brother. Me too. I may come on Matthias keke because nyankopon ne bonsam omunya agada they are brothers.
They are brothers in fact. Omo good siblings pa wouldn't come up.
We smile we no yes smile we.
No be on tia say be onko kan joke.
Oh ko kai wo kan kra wo kan wan kan yo. Omo din komo. So that dey wo kun ye no
kan. Apart from atembidi omo kan yo.
So Luis, I don't think say you was some papa bia can unless to wait and see the outcome of this let's say the end of this government when their mandate is due now say December 7th 2028 yekoto abani wi na so man no to party no so omonto aso a definitely President Mahama will not continue as president na bia na Sam George kra no trumusemu ya wo hu so man no nyina ni wo hu wa gina mu ama mato abama na be flag bearer ana ho bi ne support to say yen sign formoni ofri no o man mu
no baby out
so a boxing
for the first time on the first free president in Africa and say immigration can have some campaign mano yes or no ankonya campaign mami onye campaign ma obi a on ne gidie no enyepe say no see yen because to musem no de ha no ho ai gidie e wo ma ono odwen say ne gidie no echese saade no enye ene wono no hajen kra wono wo mawurade nyankopon no free hajen be na wo mche obi fufura obekan de wu but he was allowed to say all manner of things don't begrudge the NDC for anything. Udia untumi nyire no enye bibia. I say obra be dada wo si nguja me ha. Ne ko ba meto phone amount. And I be phone grade so. Meto PSP, PlayStation amount. Ukoja ne ba na so nya PlayStation nya entumi entoma wa. Bra, obra panyi untumi mono, untumi nya no hwe. Dey na de be. Na untumi nka say no ntinyo onu no. Ebe ya o ya but shara de be show until say bia another time we use something for you.
Because yanka two fans say let me Musa this question. Unim population of Greater Accra is around saying
I don't know. Kumasi is about 6 million.
Kumasi is about 6 million.
5 or less.
Accra generally around 2.8, 2.9. Greater Accra is around 5 million, 5.5.
I see.
Volta region is around 1.2, 1.3. At best 1.6. Sam George was say 1 million coders, 130 centers. Each center I 50 laptops. 50. 50 laptops for each center. Greater Accra, 27.
27 times 50
centers.
That's times 50 computers.
Volta region, 14 or
times
17.
50.
No, 17. 17 centers. Ashanti region, wait my guess. Be my guess.
30.
Kwasi lawyer inya 3. Hey.
Okay.
Ashanti region. Intiminim say TikTok friend say minister what there.
WW or life.
So no share.
Ashanti region
inya 3 centers.
So 150 computers.
Oh, that's what you say. Say also more agree me say no
for
coders.
1 million coders.
1 million coders.
way definition coding for.
Yeah. One of our flagship, which is 1 million.
Yes.
Or 130 centers.
Yeah.
Out of that, data are crying at 27
Louis
centers.
be an Ashanti region your coders did that.
There be Ashanti region you coders get crash. Ashanti region MPP for more. What I say? Ashanti region MPP for more.
Yeah, teacher of mine with.
Oh, can you Japan say? Can you Japan catch say? Or no, or child light pools or koji no. Last election on 2 years. Results in a free easy office. Say easy they have copies. You just ask for them and they'll give it to you. And the constituency level also there. Mount police station by police station, maybe will be at 2 years. Maybe I'm not man on. So Mamma 10, bit my money 12. Maybe a month Raman, say so Mamutua. I have one crab. Oh, bruh. I don't know the size of my wait. National cake no. And so my oh no. It's yourself to me watcha and your proportional that. And they are now conform no. More and change conform. It's as simple as that. MPP function no more say. Sorry, Renny Muna. Asante region, the Bono Ahafo, Western, and then those traditional Asante mine lands, no, a year or more people put to me to a boom match, 2 regions cracker boomer, it to me out to the entire region, no mobile money here, no, a swagger to any. You get me? MPP for better.
3 centers out of 130.
I don't care. I don't. Emia, I just don't want to accept Emia. Now, or Marcus, money, I just want to clap for them. Say the Bay MPP Nibia, or Kumasi and Ashanti region. Yeah, say, your party no, mobile mobus almost say. Now, most mobile by him say, your perception you are correcting how we will be here or wrong. Okay, Ashanti region, Ankasana, I think there's the 3rd largest voter contributor to the NDC. I get it. It's true. In fact, the Mikra to me is the first.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
This year, last election, one has a greater Accra.
From North and Greater Accra.
Over the time, even voter region, there has never been a time.
No. Almost 100,000 more votes.
Yeah, than even
got nearly 700 and something thousand. Yes. Voter region gave them 580 something thousand. I
like your premise. Maybe I started free, what the numbers, population numbers from these, and the buy. Because voter region, all right, but then it's depending Ashanti. And then it is very Greater Accra. So people expect say what person we proportional and say what person we equity and ka onya there say okofa 30 eco voter region 3 eba Ashanti region.
It was 17 actually.
17 in voter region and then say 3 I want to tell you say NDC as a party anya adwin me say omo party man here this computer train no cra champion before. It say omonya aban mu oman mu no nyama ba ban mu no omo wo kwan akwanya be omutuma training Ghana ma ahon ba ba yes training a sure na the 17 centers na wo butaro say Ghana for nkora na okutuni wo sa 30 na wo Greater Accra na Ghana for nkora na for the one kra na dey interchange ba ko pa so wo ba ba ya to aso ma no na to aso for no so wo ye the two me ka kire mo say when one kra me pe because the almost say eh dey na ye nyina ye dey akire free nkora abem mfie nwotwe otumi wie fly over na one cran flower pot painti ho nyina ma wo ye dey oja ho afran amakohina wo yendis ni na copy paint ama nkra no ye ne ma esa painti ho ma ye nya contractor kra ma na painti ye no ma ye. It's a lesson that people in Ashanti region who are adamant MPPs are we na hwe ya on the MPP ya no ye no or the bishop say enye enough so because me party ho ye ma hintiment to aba and this ni bia no be sa nkwa asem no my party no ho nya wo all right but chastise your party no na ka kire no request what ye say be oba ban mu a yes wo ye bo bia no obetima ya bo and this first lesson be say the more mutumi ni aba we was because the MPP neglected Ashanti region their stronghold. They will not repeat that mistake. It will more stronghold no Greater Accra kan ho pa Voter region kan ho pa. Now this time I think say some parts of the south and of course the north.
In fact, western, northwestern.
Thank you. This time
they are getting 11 centers, 14 centers.
In appreciation for the vote that got from them.
Looking at it compared to their population.
Exactly.
Ask yourself, say
how many children are going to use that place? Compared to me the best of 100 rabbits.
The list was Ahafo and then Ashanti. In your 3.
Ahafo predominantly MPP. What I say? You could tell MPP for my and some more smart in Sanchain. Party no or memoir because and then no money opportunity. And that's almost any way and I don't say Yamicha Diana MPP for bar memo 2028, 2029. Say data centers no this for a trouble your mom go boom. And you also know so but say be convert to be from voter when you be a free voter near crab about strong good about the more and I maybe I had more I can't want. It's up to you. But for now, dear, me ya, but me kran kasa na me ye. Do mo nkoso nye.
Okay.
Yo.
Lawyer.
Louis.
Fanny Mienu. This Codes program and then Kenoforiata matters arising.
Oh, Louis, Codes so say coding you say why obi call parliament.
Mo de buy grant ya.
Omo tiase. Yes, so cry tiase no. Media nka ho asem no omo asem media I'm not really interested. But the truth of the matter is say Sam George Kasadodo and then me who news a about the same coding or say mo bi anya na adwen say laptops na e dia mo no obewia na they have embedded a SIM in the laptop
with the firmware.
I
was like,
Kasadodo
Do tama
Akwasi opeboa to abo anoma no se no so be obetu agina when you say nipa bebre na akra na bi omu nim da say
watch me
ase odi tracker aseka mu na odi ma obi dia ya adwuma ma wo na opese o chi no say opese o wi a na opese odi ko ba bi ko ya adwuma wo nya we no aka chi say ka me de tracker hye mu enti ya ahwe ni odi ko ba bi a mehu se ne onya mfa nko
de me kra
ana obeba ko hwe no watu afi ana ntisa Louis what na me kana say
and an idea about firmware. He was insisting on something about firmware.
What you say?
A whack.
What you say?
Because it's easy to flush a firmware.
That's
a reinstall something new.
Okwo no kind commenter. Akwa bi say, Masa, don't think all of us are BBC born before computer.
Okay.
Akwa person chen say,
right.
En kasa te say yenim computer mu ana yenim nti wo kan ya wo pe bia.
Now kai say, let me try. One kai say of course Zipnet. What was it?
Zipline.
Zipline.
Aye.
We injected.
He
was jumping.
Yeah.
Hey, Louis, what I'm saying is say, enka wankasa enka better, so that with this embedded, say see what can obi a obeji laptop ni bibia opeso owia no. The first thing answer correct him no year fim. Hun sanya okay firmware wan wa flash it. Okon baby uko huni we. That no be me name secretary na police for on na drive na police for che no. Police ni che no say your friend say na bi obo ni din. Kwasi Frank on this house na police ni na tro Kwasi Frank na oye o tro ni ma no betro ma ni wie no enka me ya bebem ba police ni bie na no say wo de ma on Monday wa ma central ye be lock you car ni engine o kan wi na me say e be say tu car ni enko car uni sim bia shem unfa engine ni engine unfa hwe shem wo so be lock no central how you going to lock it it's your best Sam George. You see, I don't know their idea of always running to the media to run their mouth. If you are a minister, you don't have to respond to everything. Oh. And now, almost yes, ama youth no almost say a chance because so share comparatively the matured people no empenying for kakra no those times the Joe Gattes, the E.T. Mensahs, the Harry Sawyers, what you say? We show them communication in the public domain. Now they compare youth now. As a youth no Kasadodo. BBI per se be man answer. BBI per se year no. BBI per se kan adwen kire o ma e criticize.
They don't even come to answer. They come to give a reply.
Exactly. The reply. Yes, a reply now we say misu be ma. O kan make bi a kire o. But that's not how a leader should behave. My idea way. I'm sure the SIM is a secret weapon in the laptop.
Okay.
Actually, and yes, sanity. I think say it's an hour can cast the dorsum. So check a free decisions laptops now with the man now. I've got 2 kids. Will be okay. You're allowed to insert some or the web browsing. Okay. It is not something that is secretive. It is similar crown. It's not meant for tracking. It's a lie. It's just something that to connect to the internet.
Yes.
There's no SIM. They won't provide space for you to insert a SIM.
Exactly.
But indeed, they can track it because of how our more firmware is it because of more now installing their own firmware. So anytime you connect it to any internet elsewhere, no, they will be able to track it. But not necessarily say indeed there's a SIM now the same no. Biodata now also would the SIM on SIM no then it was So it's impossible. So what I say. It is just Kasa Bibi now can just to talk to the Obe Kasa me will say indeed or Sam George indeed
exactly.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yes. He's on top of his game.
For me, it's not factual.
Anyway. Now, Louis Oforial Tansen 70 I think say Nyamine Bedanase. At least Yahoo said the earlier information said the detention was linked to a certain request from Ghana government linking to so fraudulent things are why on a home country, no, and it was in relation to their stay and permanent papers and any maybe and no nana abrofono when you say on system near Juma. So they needed more explanation, they needed more justification. And one of the things what Kamana told Makuma so, and they have confirmed, is the fact that, of course, for his health, he would need a more stay in the US to check up on his health. And he releasing from detention. Luis, mente adibiase. Why the likes of Martin Pebu and then the Chronics, are still insisting, say, Oforiatta should be physically present in Ghana before they can charge him. Mentiase.
Na Pebu so sourcing by you koto TV 8 billion on can be. Road ya by on can be.
I said selective
amnesia.
Yes. Okay. Or on your person or can. Any send your person or can. Say na lawyer Frank Davis Bisan say sometimes utie na Bisan sa akwede was why a carpenter. Enti omo ya no mudi atem no. So omo person mo hunu Bisa say whether it is true be a lawyers near ya. Omo ntie Pebu so on TV3. He's my senior at the bar, no doubt about it. But the truth of the matter is sometimes omo politics ma
was it sometimes?
No,
all the time in the last 4 years.
What you say?
Yes, no spoken anything sensible.
Yeah, na but especially he being a constitutional right lawyer, he knows. Say a person can be tried in absentia in criminal proceeding. And then you example with Sedinam Tamaklu. I try a convicted no sentence no 10 years. Me ba cho antisa.
Ghana court.
Yeah. Ghana court. Me kwa no ni Ghana. We cry they lucky for us. Oforiatta, the lawyers too in our Ghana. Capremo is in Ghana. Frank Davis is in Ghana.
Yeah.
So if you want to start trial, his lawyers will be represented just as the Constitution says. Because the Constitution and Article 14 says that when you are arrested, you can be represented by yourself or by your lawyer. It's Oforiatta, they were a lawyer. And so if you want to try him, now Fuso was solid grounds. So we're Bonia. Start the trial and try him.
That.
Why do you need him physically present in Ghana?
I'm also watching a black man.
Anything a man
that's even
an allegation.
Yeah.
It's even an allegation. But Nyao person would the yano and Sakra na try and starting. That is why you need him physically present. Sana man for na dwene. And the man for dwene sa eya no kre. Because se nipa dodo na bisa say obetimi a start try na try no ni ho de a. Ade na person omra.
They dey sue kwan.
Papa no ne ho jojo no say Ghana hampo na oche na on grounds of health nke be man bill.
Yeah.
And a person kokko seek medical attention outside that. Exactly. So what is it? It is because with arrest, you are 48 hours before you take the person to court.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can abuse your powers because you are the state.
Yeah.
He's going to fight against the state. And once you have decided a certain direction, you can do it. But what's an American? Anything now person change na omrano. Evidence also one. Who by a press conference, I won't come. And one
charges.
Why bonny? Wild charges. You are not telling us specific. Do tell lawyer Frank Davis or say, as I know, name specific charge.
Also, Oforiatta has not been served anything.
Exactly. Eti edi na mama nipa dom no onim say Kwasi obiti ko Oforiatta this is na ya be share.
Oba epoto obi betum attack.
Me na me catch you.
On behalf of the state.
All because
things
you have vilified him
and
you have made him look like say Ghana sika omunya mfa nya big push nya ono.
Nya wa Oforiatta.
Adentia.
SML omo nya court na.
Minim campaign. And you know say campaign no pragusu ho. And if you wanted to sue even two parties, the company and himself, you could have started with the company.
He's here.
When you finish and he's okay and he comes, you start with his own.
Nah.
So what is it? Luis, Oforiatta is a free man. Look, we more expectation of Ghana within these 4 years. They are almost forgetting. I saw Martin Pebu's comment. So Oforiatta, nyame etun sa frɛ no kra no be frɛ no some mind na begina. And for him, I asked myself, is this a constitutional law lecturer? Is it a constitutional law lawyer? How?
Pure hatred.
Na Martin Pebu said, or what evidence are? He should send it to the Attorney General
or new evidence
or the OSP. He says, Attorney General and OSP na ekunye o. Or see Attorney OSP need to me crash or prosecuted without the consent. And you want me and Ukraine, who is going to prosecute to Freata? So what is their business? And for me, those who have harbored hatred for Freata, politics. And that is, they want to use somebody as a scapegoat. I am not condoning say where this car yenjano. But if they think they have solid grounds and solid evidence against Ufriata, let them begin the trial in absentia. Kusisi ebe convicting a sentence in Louis.
Okay, thank you. We have about 10 minutes to go. Your better topic, I'm a bit passionate about it. NSR, National Road, Safety Authority, WOGSI. Maybe free him from. I think I'll take charge of this topic and then I'll let you come in as I go.
Okay. What I want to say?
Because
I mean, guys, set the premise way. Amaliba, yes, 1 year and
National Road Safety
Authority, no, or more executive director or something. That's one of Dano. Or no moment the Abba Bontin said boxing. A Brunina or yeah, and say first of all, I know commercial.
Bruni Ben or
And the second excuse say Brunino yeah, and so yeah, and if any cofaban, any bunkum, any bunkum, so I said the commercial. It in the finocry. And a boxing is by an accident too much. Into a finocry, my box be a year commercial baker, they call long journey to move a trim. Honor or the see.
Or premise, the fun 1111 mammy and Cabebo.
First of all, boxing, no.
Yeah.
Brunino, yeah, and your Brunino, yeah,
yeah.
A Maliba say, Bruno, yeah, and so I know commercial.
Okay, let me fire.
Second, or you in any fan,
any fun 1
okay, any 1
I think said no baby. Kwasi, you told my you train paka, says you won't be drinking my Nini says sanity. So I say, hey, just give a dog a bad name and hang it. There is no sense, in my opinion, this committee or there's no sense in it. People some side.
Why do you say so?
Why do I say so? If you are into vehicles and answer logistics, you will know that even the trucks, heavy duty trucks, now around or Ghana, a more greater part you import free UK. Now you be changing steering system, no, not just a steering system. I'm coming there.
Yeah,
we are the absorber system, which is suspension, which is integral part of car safety. A balloon, we change them into spring system over here. Tracks, and from UK, wouldn't say UK they drive right.
Yeah,
into every track imported from UK. Indeed, now more complaining what I say, you changes steer. No.
It's true. Yeah.
So, what is different from those tracks?
This by that they said in a nature it
na tiko cry they are fruit people over years.
And a 2-7 yeah for commercial.
So
container.
Tiko cry
sprinter a container.
Sure, I was even coming there because I said we mean so check a sprinter because lawyer seat that was sprinter. Aqua so opposed to 40 years.
What that for?
Square metals.
Yes.
Pipes.
Yes.
Se car ne pem ne mubua.
That didn't nipa.
Yeah. But boxes all the seats 8 or 7 seater has been well designed, tested for safety by engineers, certified with seat belt fitted in them.
Yeah.
Oh, 207 seat belt to watch the
207. 207. It was a container.
Yeah.
It's still
a container.
A cargo car.
Sprinter. A container. Preview. A container.
For transit.
For transit. A container.
Yeah.
Sisiano. Emubusa Amaliba say. Uncle Busa Silver Star for say. Sprinter. Was it made for commercial passenger carrier? And I say it was made. Uncle Kobusa. So Uncle Busa, friends, what is the name? Is it Toshi Toyota? They are different from Toyota Motor Corporation.
I see.
They are 2 different entities. Toyota Motor Corporation, no mere manufacturers. Toshi or Soshi, I don't know, their name is TSU SHO. A Japanese, I can't even mention. Omono, their job is for repairs and then they aid in manufacturing, which is like assembly.
I see.
They are not the manufacturers of the car. They are separate entities. To call Toyota Ghana and a subsidiary of CFAO.
Yeah.
It's not the same as manufacturer, which is Toyota Motor corporation. They are not the same thing.
Okay.
It's your they are competitors. Our moton hates waha. It's you could and say Voxy is made for commercial. What constitutes commercial? So who Japan is here? If you go get at the airport, if so, we see or friends say Osaka, for your transit and also for your layover, they will use Voxy to pick you up. There are some cities in Japan, so what distance between those cities? 2,000 kilometers. I was in Ghana. Osaka and Tokyo, 450 kilometers.
I see.
Accra ni Kumasi, yes,
200 something.
So what do you mean by long distance?
Until Louis, I would have come there. Now, what is the
what constitutes a long distance? So what I said,
every day you come to me say me oba no as we think I say why should Amaliba be the one to tell us because who knew anything
and you see I can see the failure for every policy is the detonation and the wording of it. You cannot bring a policy with a commanding
tone and like voice as if so we authority on the subject.
It means that you are failed from day one.
Goodness.
Day one. Because people know the stakeholders will not even accept it because
it's not acceptable. It's not even acceptable.
Look, Kwasi, Voxy as a car has no problem.
Any problem?
Yane dealer big aside.
Yeah.
Louis or say, on what on Voxy nkwa.
Yeah.
Nah, Voxy problem ne say. If you throw her bar, omo crane bar, a nim axle no shaft no, a boom. I say o replace you or no full one. I the 2 mount. But be brain the back Ghana and omo the abetu no the bar. Anim no full one ne boarding. Nto omo nto. Normal to joint. Normal ba magazine. Ni asoso mo no the ase which is far cheaper. It is omo nam na ebo amene mu a ba bia so ebu nso a shaft ne control steer no. The guy gave us serious education. No malu steering. But can nankasa no problem bia ni ho.
Yeah.
Ni ebusa ne say na say emra o Ghana e ban right hand drive see etutu di aba left. No say no kre. But DVLA ema utu ya penalty.
Yeah.
As a regulator no kra jitu mu say oh e possible so betimi dia call left. Dem be say utu ya sika bi. Waji ni sika na waya ma no ka person onye den. Louis, minimum bi a wagina ne na ma to Voxy maku 15. So de be ye adwuma. On bank loan. Also be ban Voxy. One consult. Na sankrofo no also omunya den no muntua loan nika. The banks will still chase them.
Yes.
But say car no want to be because one car no cry attractive. Only say Voxy prices one have better for.
They say
because say koto de here. Now you come around and say that long distance na for commercial purpose. Mr. O, who share Voxy from Suhum in Sawam Kwan so not nipa home set no mutimu a. No we did driver na busan say mo ya busuafo anasa o ye passenger. Na only mo ho ana.
Me dware de ba me trimu ne say na broni no ya car me kaza car de me ye for commercial purpose.
Because enye no
I mean how
make catch us say in Japan no friend wagon taxi.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh I see.
Wagon taxi.
Yeah.
A wagon.
Say family use.
It's in a 8-seater. So what I say. So they use it in a way.
Wagon so they defend them.
Exactly. They defend
it.
Yeah. It is na lawyer can even what the last was saying say omo converted that one cry disagree a bit. Ghana boys in the magazine won medwuma pa. Now no why you adwuma na to the sense say they know say you just have to change the CR racking system. And the price so is not so expensive. It didn't say ukoto car sanoma no can beginning na no moye. And obi oba beto car bi obehwe ase hu say indeed so racking system no ya sesa no and I say old one is. So omo ka say yen convert wo de omo fa Dubai de bana. So akoto car Dubai da. Lawyer Pakistan for NA. Omo de ba shop work no omo ye. Ye kra sometimes import car na ba. This all the com magazine bo hu mu yi. Into even the kase yemfa they are converted at Anambra Krampa. Then they will limit us say yenkofa car no Dubai because Japan they don't convert it. The same car na Dubai for no the Pakistan is no more Dubai no.
Yeah.
Ekofa free your friend say Japan no more about Dubai. Okoto ho then Pakistan is no more nam ho na mo ye the same artisanals are there no professionals. If you see them omo artisanals say ye nuama mo magazine omo na be ya ma wo wie crowd tranye ya they omo betu kala converters. No matter how you talk to them can mbra no mo twa converters left. So most of so we 20 Voxy convert or Dubai converters in Asia.
I see. I'm
telling you that. And see again he was saying say Amaliba the committee was saying say artisanals no mo ye no. Yemfa
come from committee no consultation ben kra no mo ye.
E ho na ka be ba be kan no kra.
How many here for the
So what I say?
Who are the stakeholders?
Who are the conference engineering department where now to engage them to test the cars?
Yeah, that you had it is original. We got a original minister. KMA boss. Zuba. See, you engineer di. I mean, we heard I say I problem never for apomudin. When you be a public health regional director, no one now be a Zuba. Zuba, what engineer we are saying we have never got any engineer.
See, do maybe a sabi nipa bi kasa omondwene maya. More mumfa or more personal interest, and yet no maybe
they are not seeing even look. It is Louis says I driver form the box here in Human says I'm run bar. I'm got if you want
exactly. Oh Maya, ya prama pragia.
And I come back in. Who legalize it?
Okada.
And the pragia. Yeah, padi nuisance wo koma. For not theater.
Yeah.
Now, beside doctors and he says, said you are more young fakesi pine in a day no. Then accident. Any motor accident.
Indeed. So her cars any accident for Ghana for the past 5 years. Vox will not be the top 10.
Oh, somebody say I feel now bang.
No, Vox was system for more than 5 years.
The last time I said Toyota Haze because Toyota Haze the board didn't you say you told
and also
yeah. It's definitely who will debris. Yeah. But the truth of the matter
even though Vox does some passes here and drew top 10.
Look,
the cars
they should do wider consultation.
Yeah.
They should educate the drivers, especially those who drive the Voxy. Car no edwane.
Yeah.
Some of them 7-speed, some is automatic. Some of them unse uti aso aneko. And so ti ehun ha, ba emusu ha. Enti education and now only nkrofo no ebeye. They see they are looking at a short-term solution and not looking at the long-term effect. Ubetimi akase wa ban nene, but the effect will be sa mabu ye kasa aka nyina. Bebre na no figure am say site o. Onya sika to box di here adwuma say we die gala. Say ofi kwan no so posa akoba.
Double standard SIN say wo say we legalize Okada because maburu ni the year.
No
a nuisance, no cost so much.
I know they also be legalize. Why legalize it plan also be legalize? Why?
You see so how is it different from Voxia a much more on four wheels.
Sometimes minim say omunya power we are send your mukasa when the drivers were complaining no more can yempene no more church reasons into a can good car no Amaliba today is telling us say no armed robber will be happy for a policeman who says you are arresting
or the friends the drivers need to armed robbers that is insensitive in the highest order.
The people are you see they also have family. Are you saying someone a Voxy any woman at top Voxy ni cardless yen this phone? So when I tell them that and near more omo here no say na ye to about omunya the same vote and omo di matem no monte ase omo de omo pa omo nkoso say ya no mo hwe 2028 ne beto omo
what the people so na yen sorry
oh me so no me messenger na nka so dey asem ne buy no to me I thought say o ma nwene hu yi let's come pair obi a we expert in the field you know sometimes assemble enya no kreba expert can have a JD because you know this person as a tia na doctor Beka say you ntua home 2 seconds ahwe nyina yen question what I say because doctor na Beka Yariba you must see more nose match na there no I was not convinced but we were forced to you understand name no so bia ba no fancy especially political figures na kofa public health issue be the same chini minim say intene a problematic for nipa especially open pia but say KMA boss and neighbor who they will need you know no we just need them oh no some of we no mood dia no entene assessing China or you know say good who kwakotran dem dey dia be kai say bi nyame dey onti ba ode ma comfort not see you and the medical superintendent no emra bonti no and nurse ni bi cross shata dey gni gra meka me ma me be fa the serious part because nurse ni kai the ministry ho na authority ho kro no almost some technical directors and technical advisors be or and no your area obetumi ama some you know some engineering case be a maybe you will be convinced but to tell me say the oye na nyane for commercial me ka metimi wanyane for commercial Toyota na Corolla na de na ma dey taxi na ekoba nyina no be no oye no wakati say Toyota afro mabuzom say omoye Corolla say vanya taxi there be Pontiac wanya say vanya taxi why don't even Toyota Haze cry the combine no. Why not say a long journey? Or the car what wire who say a 15 capacity, 15 seater 10-seater, 4-seater capacity. It means say as I when in pa 40, so ojo musika, so anyo musika, so mo obusuan for, so mo behind one there. E would matter. So what way ba maybe me can say yes, nkomo ya so radio. Me sister ba kwadwa or can say that near her drivers no. The handlers of the car because every machine and as every equipment is safe on its own. Bombo angasa tuwe. Say edahwa. I say wato krobam no. What I say? Wa hwe unya bo nko ade bitima didim. What I say? Because e bo unya nyusu ye nyekuraba. Eti say bombo da ho na nto ya, ye bitimi ede agwa. Eno a different matter altogether. But to tell me on authority say I don't know makoto unim say nyame nso nipa ba akope na ato e yo man asem na wo kan. A lot of people have invested in it. All can cry be good to ship man. Ebo man. Do na no. All me package or the private and so commercializing it to me. Ebo bread man. One in the wabi. Now catch say the way na nyane say mfanye commercial ntino mo amode commercial munya ya. Emma o adwene na wo bisa send na lawyer can say na nkrofo mo ne kasa hanom kasa mo ne him kasa. Because 207 is not supposed to be a commercial car. A pan car or Yemen. Yeah. Sprinter, a panel car, a cargo car, Germany. Debut. It's half for the ana okay. And you move front to the seat no. I don't know. Be a empty. I saw the Nema and the Guma, and they to me the conquer now the Adeba. So just get some convincing argument and try to get your people along. Meet the GPRTU, meet drivers associations, various groups, any side boxing for say I come with my tipu. I say wow, get a box biano. You be some sensitization program be let's say in Accra, in Sunyane, in Kumasi, some 4 or 5 capitals or here a lot of the owners may be surrounded around this areas now. Now why now these days social media ne maybe abai what we say ebeba online na nkofonya bia hwe mo man timi amabi Kumasi ne bia hwe. Now one more time kakra. Now ka say chenchinache ya mame NPRA National Road Safety Authority many political appointment. And then this all side director. It's not because only moto who be and as only road who be here. Alamane ben into a member, the ben or buy or become as me at their commission. What does he know about roads? What does he know about cars? What does he know about anything about manufacturing of nothing. It didn't sit well with me. And it looks as if say unanimously the entire country is like Ratchet. Say make I say very radio now. Lady be kind one of panel. And I wouldn't commercial radio. I say beyond the air can obey be a mandisi. The year also more voice mails be and go for but because I need the sister. So man has only some baby and count your bonum. So minister only be yeah. Got nephew no man.
I think so. I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more because me nim consultation papa bia or you send a big car kind. Toyota Chushu, I don't know how to pronounce it. They are not the same as Toyota friends and motor corporation. Oman kasa omo stakeholders. Omo import to case eba. Into already know the boxing a taking the market. In the advice be odebo and I tend to disagree say and a corner a wow. Okay. They are the sole distributors of grace in offense Hayes.
I see.
It
omo now or more advice about
America said Toyota Motor friends Toyota Motor Corporation. Yes. All the manufacturers of cars
boxing
they are not the same as Amaliba Toyota Suso now Suso is repairs and then import parts after sales, they do those things. They are different from Toyota Motor Corporation.
I see.
Different.
I see. Well, I said the cost order my name Christian Bogos.
Yeah.
I say, oh why I say since the EMP could take you over that man. All of a sudden, Heath Goldfields, I heard Bogo Super Christian. After the other one say, I want to say, Yempese Heath better as well. Mitiana Debbie. EMP Fubi and the passage say, Nanka, EMP Sabajino. He said, let's give time. Free a chamber sometime about good tactics.
But wait there, you have new Kwasi so and what. So we say, me Nadia inform me, say, boxing Kwano Kwako.
Because there was no consultation, there was no deliberation. He just decided.
And he said, in general, no, lawyer me pacho kafra. In general, no, say Ghana transport system overhaul.
Yeah.
We go review on cars and number
of factors.
So one for sprinter,
yes.
One for preacher. Nah. Then you come back with expensive.
Now who encourage ya? Ubema microphones can say new one now say okay no. Ubema microphone loan so mko to enu mumfa.
And
I'm go first
any old one. There, quite best now.
Exactly.
Now you're
yes, sprinter, your pipes near there, seat belt in that. Pay me, and seat in it.
Some of them, sprinter, and double ties, the balance in
yeah. Well, I mean, share one or two people be or they are near and it's not team be. I think say I will not be fair to them. Why do I appreciate you tell me? Oh, oh no, oh, we are more power. Oh, in fact, papa. Yeah, well, Dino Baneko. Let me start from here. Alex Boateng, thank you for your message. YD again, I'm saying they know that I'm a French as Usu. Oh, my fine amount to them. Yeah. It's Kwabena Safo, my who say, you know, near kind of laptops, coding center, no, I have Ukraine 4. Oh, said the least in Ashanti region. Yeah, friends, Chapman Jr., I think say we appreciate you all the time. And then a lot of more intimate Canadian, but more share now, who contribute on comments. We appreciate you. Until you made that lawyers say, and the ultimate kind who we appreciate you. Say time to a crowd and a bit too but we are rush bar and in fact encouraging. We appreciate you. Was he? That's it. The stress I will come outside will do high. A friend say Black God, DJ Nasco, Ketri, Chidi. You better want say na you be fa our friend say
Louis na what in yakukọ so ekro pon kwapem yeah mama yen alert government
okay I think say interior I think say 2 or 4 people have died
me na ekro pon for 5 years me ka kwapem pa metimi aswitch sisia
switch
yes.
And a casachro.
Oh yes. Minuanem omo na akuampim kuro na nkasa no. E kura wodi wo huni. Pompento kwawo. E kura asumdwe wum papa. Ade ba kwa obi no kasa no or refer to ekropon a obeka ne se. Oh ekropon de yempe basa.
Yeah. No mu boade.
Yes. Okasa wo simpacho usi pacho ya bria sana nkrofo kan ye nyina yente da se kropon wanya chieftains ahensan mu ntokwa dabi enti ye besre ye nuanom mo kropon akuapem si ni aba bia wonto wonbo no woma mpanyimfu nsom na itu atoto nipa kumde. It's unlike a coupon. Mati say the personal bodyguard of Ohimiano, one who was a friend Dragon, was one who worked. May you so rest in peace. But the catcher youth in this one fat Dragon Wuno and Cassie war revenge. No one quiet BB and yes, way. And I know the government of Ghana so will step in. No more calm. Na omo de me kan twi because me ba asante omo social media omo start di nkwase asem edit ohima ne picture de tare ohimpon kese bi hu keka nkwase asem no. It is also against the law and Ghana police should as soon as practicable go and arrest those people who are doing those useless editing and comparison. So omo mu omo ahemfo a ye de ehempon yemfane bi agro omo nyai sanse hu Louis, Minister
Interior Minister Mutaka, yes, take charge and sana. Yeah. Because say if such a place nimo my mu say they are unique people.
I'm telling you.
Growing up, because such place no it means springing up in this manner there. I think say and also come to do with anger. I want you to know no.
Ayi mensa peduase tutu mampon mamfe ekropon dawu edukrom corona esesa so na mebo kire no very peaceful town nti yes wrong.
Yeah, yes interior minister take charge na yema peace bra. Yeah, as it is no ye dey be see nyankopon ya adoma Monday we shall meet again. Thank you.
Now, some said same way in the